Just finishing my Bueno off. 45p from the cheap shop, so I don't know how much they normally are, but that obviously must be cheaper. I just fancied a coffee. Hi Sandy, I fancied a coffee and a Bueno. So, hi Emily. I'll show you my page in a minute, but normally in the cheap shop, if you get like four chocolate bars, you get 4 for £1. So I thought these were like 4 for £1, but when I got to till, they weren't. They were just 45p each, but I still got 4 because I think that's cheap, innit? I don't know how much are Buenos now? Something stupid. But just let me have one more. I'll call you Gray as well. But thank you very much for all your bits. I was like gobsmacked. I've got you quite a few bits to put in yours as well as the things that I'm making. So I said with your bits that I would do a page just out of, if anyone didn't see the video before, Emily kindly sent me, and that is it Lady Grey? Is it Megan? Megan? Hi Mrs T. Quite a stash of bits for journaling and stuff like that. So, oh, Bueno. I've just got my chocolate head on today. So, hi, Old Crow. I don't know if you get these in America. Bueno. Because it's Kinder. I love Kinder chocolate. So nice. But I said I'd do a journal page just with the stuff that Emily sent me, so I have done. But where is it? So in this journal that is getting really fat now. Where's the page today? This is the page today, just out of some of the stuff, and there was a lot of stuff that Emily sent me. So I think it's really cute. And this is how you can jazz your journals up, because you know I've been drawing in mine, sticking bits in. I didn't have a lot of ephemera and stuff because I had to collect it, but now I've got quite a lot thanks to Emily. So Mrs T, if you're doing any, you can, you know, with your kids in, you can stick all the bits in. This was a stamp that Emily sent me, a stamp image, and I've coloured it in. And there was these little cute little stickers, this monkey note piece of paper, these, what's he called? Is it Boogle or Boogle? Oh, thank you. Sticker. This that I've turned into a flip out. I'll show you that in a minute. All the bits, the stickers and everything were off Emily, so I've just stuck them on, attached this rose and this little taggy here onto this card. This lovely little sticker with a teacup with a, I think it's a hamster or something in it. I think there's 2 teacup ones. Is there 2 teacup ones? I might just put one on because you know I love my tea and my coffee. The little pink llama sticker. This gorgeous glittery washi. So that's how you can make your pictures up. Hi, is it Kashif? Is it? Sorry, 99. Oh, my hair needs washing. It's still curly, but it needs washing tomorrow so I can have it curly. Love your drawings. Oh, thank you. Well, I don't know if I should tell you this. No, I've got to draw the picture. I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, it's a really cute page with all the stuff, all just random bits, but I tried to keep like the gold and this washi on the same page. And there's a unicorn. This is, oh, and this lovely, what they call, paper clip. This is a picture of Finn. I'm going to show you what I use for my pictures, when I take pictures of Finn. Today at the park, and then when you flip this up, I've just left space to write, I haven't wrote in this bit yet. But when I flick this one up, it's Finn, I don't know if you can see, at the park today. Loved it because it actually wasn't raining. It wasn't raining today, so we actually got out to go to the park. I know, but my hair's up today because it needs washing. So tomorrow I'll wash him, it'll be down. And then there's a little flip out because he just had a bath before. I love unicorns. I decided to stick his buckets that he messes about with in the bath on his head. So I took a picture. This little note here that says thank you was actually, I'd written that I'd received the stuff off Emily. Thanks. And I was just saying, you know, I'm very grateful. So that was the page I did. This is one of my, whatchamacallit, altered paper clips. Oh, and the little stamps, the stickers in the corner, you can't really see, but I've just realised, Emily probably knew that there was these like little stickers. I don't know if you can see the images because they're very pastelised. Oh, he's cute, Finn, he's funny. They're actually, I didn't realise, they're actually stamps of, I think, if I'm right. Oh, thank you. What are they called? Alice in Wonderland. Don't know if you can see. They're very, very like pale. So Alice in Wonderland, and I was like, oh my god, Alice in Wonderland, that's so cute. So that's the page I did today. So you can just stick, you know, pieces of paper in, your stickers, your washi and all that to do it with. But the actual, these little photographs, I actually do them with this. Because I used to be a childminder, you used to have to take pictures of the kids doing activities and write it in a book, because I used to have a book like you get at nurseries with, you know, what they've been doing in the day and all that, and you used to have to write about it. But because I have a little, I've had this camera for ages, this little Canon camera. It's not brilliant, but it does the job. So I take pictures on that. I took them off my phone today, so really I think it came out quite well. Them pictures were off my phone. I use this, which I've had this for a while. It's a Canon selfie, and basically, oh, thank you. Yeah, well, that's what I want them for, to make a family heirloom, is if I keep having loads of these all stacked up on a shelf, because I actually like these ones and this size, Finn will be able to look through them when he's older or whatever, and they've just got, you know, artwork in and pictures and, you know, whatever. So I think they're cute. I've got a new sticker today that I made, these eyes. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So basically, hi Sue, you stick your, storage card in there from the camera, and then a screen comes up and you can have, they go up to a size of a postcard, so you can have a picture printed out the size of a postcard, or they go down to 8 little pictures, which are what is on here. Can't speak tonight. Oh, the pens, I'll show you in a minute because I did do a video on it. So I think the smallest size they might not be actually. I don't know if the smallest size is this size or they go smaller, but they're really good for sticking in smaller books. I don't know how much this is, but it's brilliant because you have a little or what they call the thing in there, that's the ink cartridges. Your cartridge in there, and it's a plug-in. Hi, the Kilted Goth, and you can print pictures out, so you can do it while you're sat here doing your journal, and you can stick pictures in of your kids, your family, whatever, you know, and just make it all cute like this. This girl was coloured in with, I'll just show you what Emily sent me as in a stamped image. Because I've put all the bits in these clicky boxes I've got. Yeah, well, stamped image. These are stamped images. I don't know, Emily, if you stamped them and photocopied them, or if were they on a piece of card, you know, like when you buy them like that. These little girls. So I basically coloured it in with, now because I'm on a budget, someone make a live stream. What do you mean? I am live streaming. Hi, Tatted Tea. I coloured them in with, oh, you've actually sat on, propped up on what I'm trying to show you, so I'll have to carefully take it out because, like I said, oh, my hair, I have done one. You want me to do a live stream one? It'd be, what, doing what? Showing you how to curl it. You've actually propped up Scary Journal. Yeah, you should make a scary journal with all your ghosty. I'm going to ask you something in a minute, actually. You are sat on my bunch of markers because I can't even see it. Yeah, it's all right. I don't know if you can see it though, because this camera doesn't pick up. My markers, because you know I broke my tripod that I can't afford to get a new one at the minute. So you are actually propped up on my felt tips. But the ones I use are these, if anyone knows, the sort of Copic, are they called, or something, markers that you can get that are dear. These are like the rip-off version. Don't know what they're called. They haven't got a name on them. You just get a pack of whatever. Yeah, it needs washing too. That's why it's stuck up. I'm going to wash it tomorrow. Oh, hang on. It does say something on it. Boldmere. I don't know if you can see. Boldmere. I think they were £20 odd for, say, 48 or something. They're okay for now. Her accent. They're okay for now. But yeah, they were just cheap as chips because I thought I'll try these out. And then when I get some spare money, my birthday's coming up soon, so I'm going to treat myself to some. Or Dad, if you're watching, I'll see if you can get me some markers. But I just use the cheap ones at the minute, and that's what I've coloured them in with, because you can blend them with these. Oh, is that someone? Is that, oh, the retracting that. Yeah, thanks, Tatty Teats. So, oh, thanks. What was I talking about? Now I forgot what I was totally saying. Oh, yeah. Do you not like them? I've not tried them, so I guess I'll have to buy a little pack, not a big pack, and see what I think. Because I know there's loads of different markers out there you can get. People like certain ones, this, that, and the other. But I also do use watercolour paints because they're good as well. But you know the Dolly Daydream cartoon, like I'll tell you what happened on the picture, and I was telling you about, I think this is the one that live streamed the other day that I deleted by accident, I think. Yeah, they're the most expensive, but I thought I might collect like the little packets of different colours just every now and again. I don't know, but I think there's good ones out there that are cheaper, so I'll see. But I've got another one I want to draw, and I really wanted to tell you tonight, but I thought I can't tell you. I'm gonna have to draw it up first, and you're gonna have to guess what was said, because if my dad watches this, I'll be like, stick your fingers in your ears. If there's any young kids, I'll be like, stick your fingers in your ears. It's a bit rude. It's not rude, it's just something that I said. I was like, oh my God. And it's one of them things where you think, don't say this, because it sounds like this word. And when I tell you, maybe tomorrow or Thursday, if you don't get, I don't want to spoil it, if you don't get what I was thinking not to say, because it does sound like something, and you will all laugh, and if you don't get it, there's something wrong with you. But, you know when you think, I don't know if anyone does this, oh my God, a pack of 6 pens are 30 quid. And I've seen some for not that price, only a couple, but I know, I might try some cheaper ones. But, you know when you think, don't say this because it sounds like this, don't say this, make sure you don't say that, and then you end up saying it because you're trying not to say it. It came out of my mouth. And it isn't recently, it was when I was about 16. All I'm going to say was to a boy that I really fancied the arse off at school. I went out with him after school, but this was at school. I think it was at school. And something came out of my mouth, and I just, you know when you just think, oh my God, I'm glad there wasn't a load of people there. It was just me and him. But I'm going to draw it before I tell you what came out of my mouth. And he'll be like, oh my God, Janine. He might have been like, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't mean to say that. You know when you just have to laugh at yourself and think, oh my God. And I just remembered it last night and thought, Pro Markers, I'll have a look. I just thought, do they blend? Do Pro Markers blend? No, Mrs. T, when you hear what I said, like, I'll just be like, Dad, don't listen to what I said, because it just fell out of my mouth. And you'll know why when I tell you, because the word. I want to tell you now, but I can't. I need to draw the picture up to see if you can guess what came out of my mouth, because it was just like, oh my days, I can't believe I've just said that, because I was wanting it, not because I wanted to do it, kind of just hence, it was just because I was thinking, oh my God, it sounds like this, please don't say that, and it just came out of my mouth, and I was like, did I just say that? I was like, oh my God. And then I was like to the person, I meant, and they were like, he was probably quite shocked, probably quite happy at the same time, but you'll know what I mean when I tell you. I was like, oh my God, it embarrassing, but funny when I think back at the same time now. I'm also going to show you how I made, it's a bit Jane Davenport, if anyone knows who Jane Davenport is. Thank you. Oh no, it wasn't I Want Your Babies. When I tell you, it's to do with a sweets that you eat from the 90s. I don't know if they were out everywhere. I'm not telling you yet. I might save it for, I don't know, when I do my next chat with me Dolly Daydream cartoon. You can guess what it is. It was a sweet. You'll never guess. It was a sweet from the 90s that they had clothes out in it. That's all I'm saying, with the same name. And I'm not saying anything more. Don't spoil it. I'm going to tell you when. I'm going to draw it first and let you know. But these little, see these sticker with eyes? I did this with masking tape. So you make your own washi. Draw on it, print on it, stamp on it. I drew these eyes on in a permanent marker pen. Put the dots on. And now it's like washi tape with eyes. So, don't know what you think about that, but you can get creative with masking tape. And I actually coloured it in with those markers that I was telling you about, pink. So, because the thing is, when I cover this front of this book and the back, I'm going to put sticky back plastic over the top of it so it keeps all these nice, because I think everything on here, apart from this, the heart stickers and this house sticker, are all the stickers that I made. All the other stickers on it, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, is the stickers that I've made. Yeah, I just thought, I think I've seen it done before by somebody. Thank you. But I just thought, I'll have a go at it, because if you're using a permanent marker, it is going to stick on that. So I thought I'd just test it out. And I just tested it out just before I came on here, and I think it's really cute. Because Jane Davenport's an artist, and she does washi tape and stuff with eyes on and that. They're really good, and you can tear bits off. And, you know, when I'm doing the collaging, when you can change the eyes, you could stick that over and draw eyes on and change the face up. So, The Old Crow and Kilted Goth, you two should subscribe to each other, because I'm going to tell, if you haven't Kilted Goth, I'm going to tell you both need to subscribe, because if you like, you're into ghosties and that, and obviously the Kilted Goth is a goth, so he likes all stuff like that. You could make scary ones and cut magazine faces out and change them up all scary. You could put masking tape over the eyes and change the eyes and all that. But Old Crow, I saw you the other day in the forest. Oh my God, I get a bit scared me. So I was trying to listen to the, is it a radio thing you use? And you can, it's like you can hear people passed away talking to through the radio to the Old Crow. If that, or is it like a, what is it? Like a, do you know what I mean? White noise or something, I don't know, talking. So if anyone's interested in ghosty things, go on the Old Crows, go and subscribe to him. Because it did sound like, well, your videos that you do like that does sound like people talking. Yeah, but he was sat in the forest and he was asking questions, because I think it was an old graveyard, was it, if I was not mistaken, someone said. Phone app I use. Oh, it was so like, you can hear voices going, yeah, like, you can make out talking, or I don't know what they were saying, help or something, and it is interesting. I was like that going, oh. But if you like stuff like that, the Kilted Goth, you need to go and subscribe to the Old Crow. And the Old Crow, I hate saying the Old Crow, someone thought I was calling you an Old Crow. The Old Crow to the Kilted Goth. Because the Kilted Goth's house, you want to see his house, it's full of skulls and gothy things, and he's made a table, I think, was it coffee table? It's like a coffin coffee table. I was in the woods, that's all I saw. I did see cemetery. Was it an old cemetery or something? But, you know, I'm a bit of a mad with things like that, and like horror films and bits and bobs. But if you're into all stuff like that, you need to go and follow them too. Because it was good. But does it not scare you? I'd be like, mind you, it probably wouldn't me. I'd probably be having a conversation with her, wouldn't, and then they'd probably go, because I'd never get off the phone app thing. Oh, it used to be a cemetery and someone removed it. Oh, did they? Why did you remove it? You didn't. Is the cemetery still there, as in the people who've been buried? They didn't dig it up, did they? Did they just not use it anymore? Or if they like bulldozed over it or something and then it's just into the forest? Does it just mean it's just not used anymore? Or they actually took all the headstones and that down? Because that's really sad. Not sure why I believe it had something to do with the government. Oh, well, less said on that then. The government to get on my nerves. My last chocolate. But, so, you subscribed. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone saw the video before of all the goodies I've got, but they got interested in buying the land and suddenly the cemetery disappeared. God, that's really sad though, if there was all like, hi Nicholas, if there was all like headstones there and things, because obviously the, what do you call it? I know it sounds a bit, corpses of the people that were there from whenever must still be there. They didn't dig it all up, did they? Did they just, oh, that's really sad. Maybe that's why they were saying, sounded like they were saying help and all that when you were, when you were sat in the forest and you could hear that voice coming through on your app thing. But yeah, freaky. But yeah, if you like things like that, you need to go over and subscribe to The Old Crow. And if you like gothy things, to the Kilted Goth. But is anyone doing any journaling? Oh, in the Kilted Goth, that thing you said you drew, is it like you do it on the computer and you like paint over it, like, if you know what I mean, on the computer? Exactly, those people who were buried there will just be forgotten about and no one will really remember there was a cemetery there. That's quite sad. I think if it's a cemetery, wherever it is, even if it's in land where it's forestry and like you're not really, it should just be left. There was a forest once I was watching. Who's the guy, the Scottish guy? He had cancer. Why the comedian? I love him. Billy Connolly did a tour of New Zealand and all that, and he went to America, and I don't know where, but he went to this lovely, might sound morbid to some people, lovely cemetery in the woods somewhere, I don't know, and you could actually be buried. You could ask sort of which bit of land in the forest you wanted to be buried on. It wasn't sort of like a cemetery, but I thought that was so pretty because it was, I don't know, it was just pretty. It didn't look like a cemetery, it was in a forest and you could be, and I thought that was quite nice because it's like putting your body back to the ground and in the forest, and I don't know, it was just nice. I don't know where it was he went. It was a good few years back. He did a documentary travelling around different places on, I think he had one of them motorbikes. I think you have a lot in America, the ones with the big seats on and the big two wheels that stick out the side, big massive, I don't even know what they're called. Poltergeist, a film they built on the cemetery but they didn't remove the bodies. Oh. Do you know what? That is one film I can't watch it. I can't watch it. It's like, Caroline, look at the light, Caroline. Fuck off. I don't like it. Won't watch it. Can't watch it. Don't like it. Can't watch Jaws. I hate Jaws. Don't like it. I can't swim in the sea. I can't paddle in the sea in an inch of water because I think there's a shark in it. And if a seaweed touches my foot, I freak out because I think there's a shark. I was on a line, what they called, lino, what the things that you float on. I was on one of them, right near the shore, like literally near enough sitting on the sand, lying on the sand, I was just floating on a bit of water. And I saw a shadow and thought, my God, it's a shark. It wasn't, it was a shadow of what they called, the things that you lie in. It was a shadow of that. And how could a shark be in about that much water underneath me? But that film traumatised me as a child. What's too young for having kids, in your opinion? I don't know. Do you want kids? How old are you? I don't know. I was 22 when I had my first. Depends how mature you are, or how, you know, if you've got the money and you're ready for responsibility, and if you don't want to do things before you have kids, you know, because it's expensive to have kids and that. But it just depends. Just depends if you want to be younger parents, or you want your career a little bit before, or I don't know. But yeah, Jaws traumatised me as a child. I remember I used to live down south. My dad was in the army, and it was in the country, because I've talked about this before, and I had a friend called Amanda Bond at the time. She was the same age as me, and I remember going sleeping at her house, and she was like, oh, this film's on. I was only about 7, so I shouldn't have been watching it anyway, because it was quite a scary film for a 7-year-old, especially back then. Now obviously it looks like a big plastic mechanical shark, which it is. And I just remember we were sat on the floor with our backs to the settee, and it was like dun 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 dun. I was like, oh my god! And then this shark came out, and I just like threw the blanket over my head, and I couldn't watch it. And she made me watch it. I was like, I can't. So we've been traumatised by sharks. That's why I won't go on a cruise. Can't afford to go on a cruise, but I won't go on a cruise in case it did the Titanic and sank and there was a shark in the water. Even though if it was the Titanic in cold water, I don't think you get sharks in freezing cold water. But, and I'd be like, I know, I'd be like, and that's another thing, the Titanic, oh, I can't stand anything scary. The Titanic, I'm sorry, but that film's a bit wrong, because when she's there at the end floating around on the door that's massive, and she's on it and Jack can't get on it and she lets go of him to die, every time I think, you selfish cow, you well had room to get him on there. He was only a little skinny thing, Leonardo DiCaprio, whatever his name is. He would have dragged him on there, and if he lay that way and she lay that way with the feet hanging off, they would have been fine. But oh no, she wanted that door to herself, and she let him go. You know me, I'd have been sobbing my eyes out if I was on that and I let go of him. Well, she did let go of him. But that film gets me every time as well. Every time that bit happens and everyone's falling off the boat, I just get upset. So yeah, I was like the selfish cow. I do love her, Kate Winslet, but it's like, you selfish cow. Oh, it is a good film, and it's sad, but the special effects in it are brilliant. But I was thinking, the selfish cow, there was this massive big wooden door, and she was like, no, Jack, I have to let you go. And he's like, save yourself. And he's in the freezing cold water dying, and she lets go of him and he goes under the water. And like, he really could have got... She lived, so he would have lived. So we actually could have got on that door. He could have got on that door. But I remember seeing that, the pictures when it first came out. Made the mistake of sitting right at the front. And at the end, my friend was sat next to me. You know, when you go... I was sat there and I was like... And the tears were welling up, and then all of a sudden I went... Woohoo! She was like, are you crying? And I just went... Poof, and I was just crying. I was like, oh my god, yeah. She was like, what you like? I was like, it's really sad. Oh, it is a good film. You could have climbed on, and she should have said in his... Yeah, she should have sat in his lap. She should have just curled up. Oh, I know, you said last time. So, oh, I don't know, but it's a good film. I think tonight, I'm sure it's on tonight, and I missed it last week. Don't know if anyone's watching Kiri. It's a drama that's been on. I think I missed it last week, and I think it's on at 9 tonight, so I'm gonna watch that. I watched oh, I've got to tell you, I watched Undateables last night. That was good. Oh, there was a lovely lad in it. He had a tick, but he was lovely. And that was good, because they're just cute, and they just always get a girlfriend and a boyfriend. And then I watched First Dates on Holiday, and that was quite good. There was a couple that got together, and it showed you at the end that he'd gone to meet her parents, and they were both fostered. She was fostered, and then when they sat down, he went, I was fostered, and they were like, no way, I was fostered as well. And they were telling the stories, and I was nearly crying about her story. I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. Yeah, it's the last one. I missed it last week, but I don't think I missed that much of it. But yeah, I think I'm going to watch that. You went bed at 9. Was you tired? I was going to have a pamper night tonight, but I've just found out because Finn hasn't seen his dad for a couple of weeks. I mean, he has every other weekend, but he normally sees him in the week and he's been working away. So he's started asking, oh, I see you soon. Bye, old crow. He started asking, like, when am I going to Daddy's? When am I going to Daddy's? But that's what they say, kids. I've got a friend like that, who, you know, more susceptible. And he said, when am I seeing Daddy? When am I seeing Daddy? So I said, but he's actually seeing him tomorrow because he's home. So I'm going to have a pamper day tomorrow because if he goes a bit early, I'll be able to try and... I've got to get my nails sorted by the end of this week. I've got to wash my hair. It's not getting greasy. It's just got... It looks greasy, but it's because it's got a lot of conditioner on it, you know, with the thing that you have to do. I'll take it out. I don't know what it looks like. I'll tell you what, these are really good. It will look a mess now. Oh, my nails are getting caught in my hair because they're lifting. See, it's not good today because it's been up. Look how big it goes. It's not that curly. My hair is mad. But you see, it's what is this hair? But these are really good to put in your hair when it's curly because they don't sort of leave the big dent in. And I got this from a cheap shop. And I was meant to say the other day, if you're getting your hair curly, and mine's not as curly obviously because I've had it up, but what I do now is I sleep with it, as they call it, a pineapple, on top of your head, but I don't tie it tight when I go to bed. I just do 1, 2, very lightly. I love the name Lola. Just like that, and keep it up. And it doesn't matter if bits fall down because you do the spray thing with the conditioner in the morning. Yeah, I normally wear it down, but it's not tight and it doesn't give you a headache. So it's good. So I'm going to go now because I'm going to try and go and get a bath. And then I'm going to try and watch Kiri because I didn't watch it last week. And then I might, while I'm watching that, I might start drawing out the cartoon to the thing that I want to tell you. And you've all got to guess when I come on with it because you might actually guess what comes out of my mouth. I was just thinking that. Is this chat about giving advice? Chat, giving advice, whatever you want. If you ask me a question, I don't know, anything. I do random chats, so I was showing my art, but chatting. But I'll have to draw the picture so you can see what it is, like I did this one the other day, because some of you might guess what it is because the word that I was thinking not to say it should give it away. I'm as daft as a brush, but if you don't get it, you're dafter than I am. But, oh God, it just made me laugh. So I am going to draw it in here after. And then you'll all have to guess. Because what day is it tomorrow? Wednesday. It might be Thursday, my next chat, because I might be out. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. But I'll draw it and then I can show you. Oh, and also, where is it? Hang on a minute. Yeah, it was the same picture with my hair down and I had this top on the picture that you did. Don't know if you saw it on Instagram. Not well. It's about me and my life, but it's about, I don't know, anything I come on to talk about. But if there's a live chat, if anyone's not being rude and silly and, you know, all that, you can come on and talk, you can ask things or whatever. It's just random. My chats are normally random. I don't know if anyone saw this the other day. I've just been doing a lot of art stuff lately because I think it helps you get a lot of stuff out and things, and I'm just really into it a minute. But when I do come and show my art now, I do come and have a chat. But I wanted to show you the other picture I did. Some of you have seen it on Instagram. I finished off the one that looks like my niece. It just does look like my niece, and my dad said today it actually looked like my niece. With, don't know if you can see because it's in very light red pencil. There's a journal, there's them glass cups with lemon in, lipstick, nail varnish, what's that, chocolate, woolly hat, trainer, and a phone. Do you know what teenagers are like? So it's a teenager. And then, where's the picture? I did a picture last night where I was watching telly because I was trying to get the angle of someone sat on the floor, and some of you have seen it, but I actually did finish the bits off around it because I'm trying to draw things now with a scene in it so it looks like they're not just floating in space. So if you can see this one, I started off with the girl sat like that, and then obviously there's tea or coffee and a biscuit on the floor. She's sat on a nice round rug. She's journaling, cactus, a little candle, a shelf with a little candle thing that I've got. How pathetic. The only thing about live chats is when, you know, people start being silly. Because you just never know if it's like older people or young people, I don't know. I know you always get them. I think you're on the wrong channel for that. Candle shelf with some bits on. I think they're crystals. That little candle holder, I've got a crystal. You can if you want, but I'm not into politics and I'm not religious, so you can if you want to. I don't follow politics. I don't even vote because I'm just not into politics at all. I think the government do what they want anyway, and I'm not religious because I can't be told what to do or what to sort of say. So you'll be reported. Ooh, what is that? So yeah, I'm not into any of that. If you've seen any of my other videos, not into politics. Do you think I've not heard stuff like that? Why are you retracting what you're saying? Deary me. But just won't read what you put in. Doesn't go up after anyway. Yeah, I'm not into politics because I believe, you know, they do what they want anyway. I'm not into government and all that. I think it's the government lie. And I'm not into religion because I just believe in the beliefs that I believe in, because religion, not knocking anyone who's religious, but I can't follow rules and stuff like that, and I just believe in what I believe in. And I'm not, you know, I've got friends who are religious and friends who are not, and that's fine. It's just, you know, whatever you're into and your own opinions. So I'm going to go now and watch Kiri, and the people who are putting stupid comments obviously need to go on another channel. Maybe them phone chat lines, maybe you're better off on one of them. So I shall see you soon with the, you know, thing about the, whatchamacallit, the cartoon that you'll have to guess. So I don't know what question you're going to ask about religion, but no, I'm not into that. I'm not into politics. So yeah, but if you ever want to come in here again and chat, it's fine. I'll just, you know, you can ask questions as long as they're not like the one that was there before. But you get that. When you go live, people just think it's funny to come on and try and put you off, but I'm not bothered. So I'll see you all soon. Thank you, Emily, for your stuff. You'll see more pages with your stuff on. Like I said, I've put quite a few bits for you together, and then I've just got to do the prints of the things that I'm hand drawing, hand making. So for now anyway, so you can just test them out and see what you think. So I'll see you all soon. Have a good evening, morning, wherever you're from, and I'll see you soon. Bye.